And we're back. Drive-By Movies here with a new episode of Sequeled. We're talking
Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China 2.
What?
People said it wouldn't happen. People said it couldn't happen. It didn't matter because The Rock actually has purchased the rights. He's been sitting on it for a little bit, I think, because he said it's his favorite movie.
Yeah.
And we know The Rock only likes to make good movies.
And he only wants to remake it too.
And he wants to remake it, so he wants to make sure it's good. But I'm just going to throw him a little idea before he gets to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming he wants to be in it and not just like a producing role.
Right. I would figure that's the case. I assume he wants to be. I don't know.
Does he want to
character's
be the
name,
next
but
Jack Burton? That's kind of
Jack
what you're
Burton,
saying.
There we go. Damn, that is fucking such a sexual protagonist name. God damn.
Well, you haven't even seen the movie yet.
I haven't seen it, but just Jack Burton. Damn, fucking John Carpenter. Like,
Some
bravo.
people said that they named Burton goggles after that character.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I don't think that's true, but I'm gonna go with it. But anyways, I kind of think it would be an interesting thing. You know, Jack Burton, Kurt Russell's character, he's not that old at this point in time. I think he could still be in the film. He doesn't have to play like this grandfather type role.
Yeah.
But I think he should play a father type role. Because at the end of the first movie, I feel bad for you. But anyways, at the end of the first movie, he basically doesn't go off with Gracie. He decides that he wants to live his life of trucking it and just keep on trucking. So I would like to bring his son, Wyatt Russell, who's had, a fairly successful film career so far. He was just in Overlord that came out a couple weeks back. And he's been in other movies like Everybody Wants Some, Jinx, You Owe Me a Soda.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. He's been in a lot of things, and like a lot of things I would say have been really good. And even some things that he's been in, people are like, oh, he's channeling his father. Like Overlord, a lot of people are like, oh, he's channeling Kurt Russell, how Kurt Russell would do it. I mean, maybe. Yeah. Maybe he is.
But that's just every character that like Kurt Russell played, but just Kurt Russell though. But yeah.
So let's get them both in a movie together. And I think it's perfect. He would definitely be the son that Gracie and Jack had, but Jack never knew about. So he's trying to find, his father. He's been told these stories of his father his whole life, because his father's not actually the main protagonist of Big Trouble in Little China. You would think the poster, he's on there, he's the front, like you'd think, oh, he's the hero. He's the unlikely hero that's actually not the hero, if that makes any sense.
Old Jack always says, what the hell?
I can see what you mean, yeah.
So Wang is like the main kind of central hero of this film, and you got to bring Wang back. That's one of the things that makes Big Trouble in Little China one of the like most fun 80s like movies. I mean, it has the magic, it has that Chinese like magic, but it also has like a main character that you don't see like as the action star of many films, which is Wang. It's not necessarily Kurt Russell. If you just see the posters, you just hear about the movie, you generally think like, okay, it's going to be led by Kurt Russell, but the protagonist is mainly an Asian American hero. Not a lot of people talk about it, but that's definitely one of my favorite things about the original film. So you got to bring Wang back. Maybe Wang played this father-like character to Wyatt Russell's character, where he was like,
he's the true dad or something.
He's like, he played as maybe the father-like figure and would always tell him these stories of like his father and build Kurt Russell up to be this hero that he was in the original movie. But if you've seen the movie, he's not like that big hero. He's like an accidental hero. Like he'll like trip on something and like accidentally like hurt like a bad guy. He's just like a funny character like that. But what if like Wang teaches like his son that like, no, he's the hero who saved the day, when Wang was the true hero that saved the day. So like Wyatt has this idea of like his father being like such a powerful hero, even though he's kind of a bastard that left his son like who he didn't even know, like. So it could be like bring some comedic elements. There's a cool story you already have there.
Brings a meaningful relationship to it also.
Definitely. It brings meaningful relation to a movie that maybe it shouldn't have that interesting father story that we could tell with this. But where's The Rock fit into this?
The hell do I know anyway?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
You gotta wonder. So anyways, I would like The Rock to also be a trucker, and maybe Kurt Russell and The Rock's character. You could even call him The Rock. Maybe that's his nickname on the radio.
Actually, it might be funny if The Rock. I mean, I'm throwing out ideas. I hope this isn't effective, but The Rock is the protege of Kurt Russell.
It's
and
kind
Wyatt
of
Russell's
like
kind of pissed off. Like, I'm your son, and you treat this guy like he's your son.
It's kind of like he's the next Jack Burton. Like he's Jack Burton too, where they are buddies and they both drive trucks together for the same company. Maybe they own their own company and they drive trucks and like race and are constantly on the CB radio talking shit to each other. And they're buddies, but like it would be funny if he was also like this new kind of Jack Burton. Well, Jack Burton's still gonna be there, but maybe he's the Jack Burton that Jack Burton always wanted to be.
I see,
like he's a big guy, he's a tough guy, and like he has to rise to the call when, you know, this ancient Chinese magic turns sour. At the end of the first movie, there's this orangutan like creature that does escape in Jack's truck.
Yeah.
Which is just like a little funny nod. It's not like crazy twist, but it's like, what if Jack now has befriended this weird creature? It'd just be like kind of funny, like a Harry and the Hendersons situation.
Because like a lot of people might say like, oh well, that's gonna be the sequel right there. We're gonna develop a whole story around this creature.
I mean, it could be, but I think
no, I like that you're ignoring that though. Yeah.
But maybe you could work on that where like Jack's kind of befriended this weird creature that was kind of like an antagonist in the first film, but like it's just a creature that doesn't know what's going on. But maybe the ancient Chinese prophecy was foretold that they needed to get that creature back to China to do something, and like these I forget the names of the gangs like in the first film, or these Chinese magicians. I know Lo Pang is like the main villain, but he doesn't survive that movie.
Right,
so maybe we bring back somebody who's brought the magic of Lo Pang back and is using it in negative connotations to, you know, get this orangutan creature back to China or to the underworld of the Chinatown in San Francisco. You know, it seems like a silly movie. Big Trouble in Little China is obviously, it's a very fun movie. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend go checking it out. It's one of my favorite 80s movies. I love like 80s horror movies, and John Carpenter is a great 80s horror director, or just horror director in general. But this is like that one movie that he made that was just so different than the other stuff he's making, but still equally as enjoyable and as fun. And I think it's like it taps into that part where like people are like, I like this movie because it's fun. Like, how dare you not like it? And it's like that one for me that's like, it's a fun movie. You know, I don't have a lot of those, and this is the one that I hold there. So
that's good.
I definitely recommend anyone checking it out if you haven't. But I feel like this sequel can definitely tackle some interesting stuff that was brought up in the first one of like, you know, he wants to be a lone truck driver. He wants to live the life of the road. But what about if he had a son that he never knew about? You know,
with the girl from the first one.
With Kim Cattrall's character Gracie, and like you'd literally use his son in real life to play that character. It would be a lot of fun.
I think so too.
And have The Rock play like the real Jack Burton that you kind of want and that you see on the poster of the first movie. That's going to be The Rock in this one.
You know what? Ultimate summer movie. Release it during Father's Day weekend.
Definitely. It'd be perfect. It would be the perfect Father's Day movie. And, you know, you always see like Kurt Russell in that tank top, that iconic tank top. I want to see The Rock bust out of one of the exact tank top, but he's breaking it, you know, like he's got the spaghetti, like he's so big that he just like tore. It's getting a little weird. I should probably stop talking about this, but anyways, that's going to be the movie for this week's sequel, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below of, is this the iconic sequel that Big Trouble in Little China needs? Because we're getting a remake or sequel no matter what. Would this suffice for you? And would it fulfill that purpose? Because The Rock is going to make it whether we like it or not. So anyways, guys, tune in next week for another edition of Drive-By Movies.